Bronze medal match at 79 kilos. Armana AVAGYAN, 23-year-old Armenian. Vladimir GAMKRELIDZE, Georgia, just 21 years old. He had a 19-year-old, a 20-year-old, now a 21-year-old, several 21-year-olds, in fact, entered in this week's Continental Championships. Arm in arm, hip to hip, two wrestlers locked, both trying to get back front and center, and they do.
I was just going to say, this is where things can get interesting, hip to hip. No telling what's going to happen there.
We've seen some exchanges tonight from that setup. Unpredictable oftentimes.
What a night it's been so far.
Yeah, this has lived up to the billing. I mean, we both had a feeling it could be a special night. You had so much history on the line. You had the Hungarian pride in the building, and it has not disappointed.
And not to take anything away from what's happened tonight, but tomorrow, just to think about the matches we're going to have. Frank Chamizo, we're going to have Miles Amin, and then, of course, Taha and Geno to close the freestyle portion of the competition out before welcoming in the women's.
It's no surprise, no secret. This continent always delivers. When you look at these championships, one of the more coveted continental titles, when you win the European, you are among the elite in the world.
And then it's a quick turnaround. Then we go Asians, Pan Americans, Africans.
All in the span of about a month, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to my first trip to Mongolia here in a couple of weeks. That'll be a lot of fun. There's a shot jumping in on the leg. Keep an eye on the activity clock as well, and out of bounds, he will get the one. So GAMKRELIDZE was able to get the 1 point on the step out. I should say, switch it around. Armenia was able to get the point.
With 2 seconds left. And he didn't get greedy, that was the key.
Yep, that's the important part. He could have risked it, could have went for more, and might not have worked out the way he had thought. And a challenge is going to come in from Georgia here.
While we have time, we briefly touched on the Continental Championships, but of course we do have 4 ranking series events, which also go towards the ranking series points for the seeding for the World Championships. The Yasurdogu just wrapped up in Istanbul.
It's 1 point blue.
And then in June, we'll head to Almaty, Kazakhstan. And then Rome, Italy for the Matteo Pellicone a few weeks later. And then we'll close it out in Tunis, Tunisia, July 14th through 17th for the 4th and final ranking series event.
Total up all the points when you factor in the Continental Championships, and there you have your seeds for the World Championships in Serbia.
And I'll tell you what, I've heard great things about the preparation for the ranking series event in Tunisia. I know we're excited for Kazakhstan, of course. We're excited for the Matteo Pellicone, where we've been, but to have a ranking series event in Africa is massive for United World Wrestling. I can't understate how important it is for the continent of Africa to host one of those 4 ranking series events, which are extremely important.
And that is a situation where you might have a lot of wrestlers trying to get those last second points, right?
Oh, there's going to be countless wrestlers headed to Tunisia just to try and improve their seed.
It's going to be fun.
That's in July. Final shot. Yeah, that's going to be July 14th through 17th in Tunis, Tunisia. So northern Africa, right on the Mediterranean Sea. We have a group of guys here on our UWW staff from Tunisia, and they said that the arena is going to be great. The hotels, of course. How do you not get excited for wrestling on the Mediterranean Sea?
Yeah. I'm sold. Ranking points up for grabs at these Continental Championships, 1st through 16th. So there's quite an array of points to be found. Match that has had several stoppage in flow, and they're going to go right back to the replay. A 3-2 lead right now for AVAGYAN, Arman AVAGYAN of Armenia. Challenge coming once again from the Georgian quarter. They won a challenge earlier. Looking to go 2 for 2 in this first period.
So was he grounded is the question.
Jury challenge decision. Red came in zone from standing position, jumping back, and it's 1 point. Confirmed, challenge won.
Another challenge won by Georgia, so they are using their calls really well. Tied at 3. Short time wrestling in this first period.
And while we have the break, we should notice, of course, female official leading the way here, but on International Women's Day, United World Wrestling announced that the Commonwealth Games, which will be in Birmingham, England later this year in August, will be refereed predominantly by women. So one of our main growing points heading into the 2024 Paris Olympic Games was not only the growth of women's wrestling, but the growth in women in wrestling. So in power positions, and one of the main objective was to get women more involved in every aspect of the sport, and for the Commonwealth Games to be refereed predominantly by women is a massive step for us.
Yeah, that's certainly great news to hear, and looking forward to more progress in that area in years to come. Certainly the explosion of women's wrestling across the globe has been really spectacular to see. And you are going to see a lot of offense tomorrow and Thursday. If you haven't watched a lot of women's freestyle, it is entertaining.
Yeah.
They go at it. Lots of times you'll see double-digit points put up. Second period, 3-3, caution against Georgia. Tiebreaker right now belonging to Armenia with AVAGYAN. Here comes GAMKRELIDZE near the edge of the mat. He's close to having something pretty good happen. No points awarded as they go tumbling out of bounds. Coming behind, and he'll get 4, and then right back the other way. Should be 4 and 2 here. See if the 4 was confirmed. It was, and so was the 2. So a 7-5 lead for AVAGYAN. Good activity near the edge. Minute 47 to go. Working off the arm drag. He's been pretty effective with that. GAMKRELIDZE. Another key scramble here. So the work is not done yet for Vladimir. Then Georgia down in the tiebreaker because of the caution that was given him in the first period. So he knows he needs more points, even though he has battled back to tie it. Both wrestlers looking for a throw. Here we go, hip to hip again. Can GAMKRELIDZE free up his right arm, squeezing tightly underneath is AVAGYAN.
Tried the back cut.
So it's been a while, but GAMKRELIDZE has battled back to take the lead, and now the pressure swivels to AVAGYAN.
What a match. Talk about leaving it out there.
Back and forth they go. Inside 1 minute. You know AVAGYAN has at least 2 more shots in him. He's been a lot of the initiator in this match. He has spent a lot of energy, but certainly looks like he has some still in the tank. Trying to change levels, cut off before he could get any type of rhythm built. See the hand defense right now coming from GAMKRELIDZE.
And that's key. You have to get past the head and the hands before you get to the hips. And GAMKRELIDZE doing a great job of keeping AVAGYAN. Oh, I thought I heard the whistle.
Yeah, I thought I heard it earlier, and I was hoping there was a whistle because AVAGYAN, it kept coming, and you saw Vladimir stop. Here we go, back to it. 10 seconds. Desperation time right now for Arman AVAGYAN, and he is not going to have it happen. Georgia wins the bronze, 9-7. Vladimir GAMKRELIDZE. The entertaining bout. We were talking about points being scored tomorrow with the women. A lot of points here in this bronze medal match.
I'd say a match of the day candidate right there.
Certainly so.
And how about the team race? Prior to heading into 79 kilos, Azerbaijan leads Georgia 50-48. And in third place, Armenia with 41. Moldova's in fourth with 31, and rounding out the top